live? We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Am I gonna? I thought. Okay, there we go.
It's a new phone, so it's a new. It's a new day.
Dude, that's like a Bublé song.
Oh, I love me some Michael Bublé.
It's a new phone. It's a new day.
Don't get me started. I'll go there and say, hey, can you guys play Michael Bublé? Okay, so I gotta share the story real quick before we get started.
Hey, real quick. Sorry we're late.
Sorry, he's late.
Yeah.
Haley! Angelo, what's going on, my man?
An hour and 15 minutes to get here.
Angelo, is it really that freaking hot down in California? Because I think it is.
Depends where you're at.
I watched the Mariners game last night for part of the game, and then I listened to the rest of it. Whoo! It looked like it was hot down there. Dane, good morning, Dane. Good to see you. So before, actually, you know what? You know what? At this point, we're gonna go and get started. I know he's watching from the drive-thru.
Nice.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Yeah. Luke, Rory, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. We took last week off. 4th of July.
It was very strange to take last week off.
It was strange. It was strange. We were camping, and I still felt like I should have woke up and walked into the tent and done a show or something. Like,
talk loud. I'm still on my morning ride. Oh, nice. Good for you. He's actually created the.
Keeping it safe.
Let me see if I can do this right. And it's not appropriate for regular listening, but I believe it is hashtag. Oh, what is it? Jenna's on here.
Galhenage? What's up, Galhenage?
Faith, good morning, Faith.
Morning, Faith.
I believe it is hashtag FBF Club.
Heather McEntee.
Heather, good morning.
Mason, there's no Bulldog, old Great View Gator.
You know what?
Heather.
We actually have some. We actually have some special producers this morning that are dying to get on the show. So should we just have them get on the show right now?
Yeah, if they want.
Get on over here, ladies.
Good morning, good morning. This is my oldest, Sarah Busco Maddie, my second oldest, Lainey.
Vanessa, good morning. C-Dub, good to see you.
There you go, say hi to Jenna. She's watching. Jenna. So these ones literally been bugging us. They just want to take over like the whole show. And I'm like,
they do.
We can't have you like a full hour. No one, sorry. Our audience doesn't want to hear about whatever.
They can barely handle us for an hour.
I think they can handle us.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what. If you let her, the 12-year-old, run the show, you have to let the 9-year-old direct because you let the 12-year-old
I can
direct.
see that.
Not one topic would be fully discussed. Like it would just jump in the middle, and you'd be like, "Wait, what happened?" Like, yeah.
Girls need to be there every time. Good morning, Haley. Good to see you.
Thank you, Jenna.
So anyways, my oldest babies, love them. You'll probably see them a lot this summer. So, all right, go eat your cinnamon rolls. Love you.
Oh.
They are so. Jenna says you're so pretty.
I am. I am so pretty.
It's the beard. Oh my god.
Well, we'd have one of the co-owners of Anthem on here, but he's actually outside doing his own Facebook Live show right now. So we'll just have to stick with what we got here.
That's all right. We'll go with it. Yeah. So we're brand new Anthem here at Point Ruston, Tacoma.
Yep.
Beautiful location. Just trying to support our people. They're always so good to us and Puyallup and everywhere we go. So we're out here, grand opening, first day.
Yeah, we figured it'd be nice to just get out of Puyallup a little bit and actually explore.
Don't market Puyallup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Don't go dying on us. Yeah.
So I actually said that to my mother-in-law last week.
Oh no. Wrong move.
So she did something, and I said, you know, it's true what they say. Though dangerous and slow behind the wheel, senior citizens can serve a purpose.
Got robbed by a sweet old lady in a mother's car.
Don't you go dying on me. Marisa, my exact words were, if we don't get started, Marisa's going to punch us in the face.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Marisa, we were late. Leanne, good to see you this morning. Jillian!
What's up, Jillian?
Listening from the car on the way to Build a Bear's Pay Your Age event.
Build a Bear.
Oh, right. I couldn't afford that event.
No, yeah, Build a Bear's legit.
Deborah, good to see you this morning, Deborah.
Yeah.
So
here we are.
Yeah, we're at this nice location. I love this area.
Yeah.
My wife hates it.
Are you serious?
She hates it because of the history. The old Arsarco plant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have our reasons. I'm not downplaying them. Christy, I love you. Okay.
But I love it. I love it.
Well, I grew you know, well, obviously we grew up out where we grew up, but, you know, I was great friends with Sweat and all those groups.
Hey, Vanessa.
That whole group. And we used to spend a lot of time over here on the waterfront. Playing football and, you know, doing what you do down here in the waterfront, which is usually, you know, trying to pick up on chicks, you know, those kind of things.
I never did that as a teenager. Ever.
Man.
Not even one time.
Yeah, not even one time. I don't know how you got married. Anyway. So yeah, no, I like it down here. The girls actually just asked me, I was like, it was when I was pulling in, I said, it's so funny still. Because 20 years ago when I was a teenager running around down here on the waterfront, there's a big tunnel over here that you had to, which is still over there, you just can't use it anymore. You had to beep when you went through it, it would drip on your car.
Yep.
And none of this was here. When you came down to the waterfront, you didn't come down to shop or get your food, it was just to hang out and walk.
Right.
I mean, you could go like shenanigans and stuff. But
Erica, good to see you.
Higher end. So they were like, oh, would you like this? I'm like, yeah, I think this, down here's a great addition.
Yeah.
You know, it really kind of adds some flavor and chewing it. I don't know, part of Tacoma that is a big draw anyway.
I think this is what Tacoma's been missing for a long time, and I'm glad that they were able to, and I hope everything was on the up and up, I really do, on the whole super fun thing. I really hope that there's no problems whatsoever, but the fact that they were able to get this all cleaned up and get it to a point where it can be a retail and living and everything, I love it. I absolutely love it. We've been to the movie theater down there a couple times. Obviously, there's a coffee shop here that we're going to be visiting quite a bit now.
Yeah.
There's a couple restaurants here that we've eaten at. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Yeah. And then you got the waterfront view.
Well,
and that's killer.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like, it's a great bleed over from downtown Tacoma.
Yep.
And downtown Tacoma's done an amazing job with their run the top.
Oh gosh, yes. Yep.
And this takes nothing away from the Ruston waterfront.
No.
Doesn't take it. You still have that whole stretch between here and the other side of Ruston that is unchanged basically. So get out there, play football, rollerblade, bicycle, go for walks, all that kind of stuff. And so it's really good.
Jillian says it's always so busy down there right now. I need to go early in the morning and walk around. Yeah. It's not crazy at all right now.
No, it's not.
Stephanie says I love the point. Yes. It's becoming a place. It's becoming the place to come to. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it just adds, it makes the whole part of it, like downtown Tacoma into here.
Good morning, Molly. Go Cougs.
A destination.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, which is good. It's good. So,
yeah,
that's what Tacoma's supposed to be about.
I remember when I was a kid, drive through here, and it was really, I don't know how you felt, but it always felt like, is there going to be something new when I come driving down here? And then you get down here, it's like, oh, no, it's an old plant. Nothing new.
Downtown Tacoma, I just love, I have some friends.
And we're close to the zoo too.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to, the 5 Mile Drive, Point Defiance, that whole big thing, the aquarium, and then just that whole area over there, the old custom, the craftsman homes and nice neighborhoods and stuff like. My buddy Luke Benson, who is a realtor on this side.
Jeremiah,
great guy. Good morning, Jeremiah. Been too long, man. We got to get together. Actually, I need you on something, I think. So I'm going to shout. But he loves Tacoma. He's one of those just Tacoma, like, born, raised, never leaving. Tacoma's the greatest city in the world.
Yep.
And I don't know, I just think in the last 20 years between downtown here, Point Defiance and all that.
Molly says, miss the tunnel.
Yeah, me too.
I do too.
Me too.
I think
I'm looking at it right now.
Actually, I think it's gone. I think that's just the train tunnel. I think the car tunnel is absolutely
gone.
No,
yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah. Every time, when my kids were little, I'd go through, beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Honk the horn. Yeah.
So, but it's just made this whole part of Tacoma, this whole waterfront area all the way to Point Defiance, something to do.
Yeah.
Something to take the family out to. So, they've honestly done a great job. Great job.
So like we said, today is the opening day for this location of Anthem. I've already had a chance to talk to Brian. He's actually out there right now doing a Facebook Live. But the guy's killing it. He said this is his fourth store in 1 year, or they're going to have 4 stores opening in 1 year. After this one is the one up in the Stadium District, which is going to be, I think that one's going to be killer as well. Yeah, it's going to be right across the street from the Green Mermaid. But here's the thing. It's like 3 or 4 blocks from Stadium High School.
Ball's right, yeah. Proctor District, Stadium, Proctor, all that, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
That's actually, for you and Sean, that just feels right. But yes, that commute, Nordstrom Boulevard.
I love the North Tacoma area.
Yeah.
Absolutely do.
Yeah. So.
Oh, look, Maverick Goose. Or Maverick and Goose.
I need that shirt. Maverick and Goose for president, yes.
Does she work here?
Did I tell you about my...
I think she might work here.
Did I tell you about my My Top Gun takeoff at Yellowstone.
It was a great Italian bakery location. It was. Unfortunately, the community just didn't support them.
Yeah.
So, or maybe they did. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the story. I don't want to be. I don't want to be sued. I don't know the story, but unfortunately, it didn't work out here.
High walkability, all this.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And that's what Anthem thrives off of, is the high walkability areas. So it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm excited for it. Busy this morning.
Yeah, they're already picking up. It's kind of crazy.
So, all right.
Did you actually check in? I don't think you checked in.
Should I check in?
No, I was thinking of the parking thing. I don't know if they'll get in trouble. Do you know the license plate of your car?
Yeah, no. I can get the girls to go get it. It said 2 hours.
I don't know if... See, they've got a little device over there that I put my license plate into, and it said validated parking 2 hours free. So I don't know.
Go take a picture of my license.
That would really suck. Good morning. Oh crap!
Go take
Good
a
morning,
picture
Rebecca.
of my license plate. License plate.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Rory.
Yep, dropped my pen.
That was weird.
All right, yes. That got a little awkward.
All right, so look, we're here. We're done talking about that. Let's move. Tacoma, awesome, love it. We move on.
So I was listening to Brock and Sock on the way in this morning.
I was not. I'd
I
like to, but have the girls in the car. So
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about this whole Earl Thomas thing. I'm starting to lean towards thank you for your years of service. Now go to Cleveland.
why?
Well, apparently yesterday on his Instagram, he talked a little bit more about another football team. A particular football team from a particular state. Man, they are running hard.
America's team.
Yes, America's team. He was basically, someone said, we'd love to see you down here in Cowboy Nation.
Yeah.
And he said, straight, what did he say?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. Because he basically was giving the Cowboys love. And I've been torn for a while about this, because, I mean, when he first went to the Cowboys locker room last fall, I kind of thought, that doesn't look good. The optics of that don't look good. But heat of the moment, excitement, that's your team you grew up with. All right, I get it. I get it for the most part. But then he's been acting the way he's been acting. And I understand this is part of the contract negotiations. He's got 1 year left. He's got to do what's best for his family. I get all that. But still, it rubs me the wrong way. And then to have him basically promote the Dallas Cowboys while he's trying to structure a contract with the Seahawks, that's like us saying, you know, John L. Scott, that's who you should look at for your real estate company. I mean,
Go Mariners.
thank you. You know, and we'll get to the Mariners, but I thought I'd bring that up. I know we're not quite in football season yet. We got 2 weeks until training camp starts.
So,
But it's a distraction.
I
Did you find it? No, you didn't find it.
yeah, I'm trying. There we go. I just
Haley says, but he should do it or don't. I hate all the chatter. I agree.
here's my.
I agree.
I think I'm on a different side than you. Which post are we talking about?
I don't know. Said he posted it yesterday, so was it that one? 2 hours ago? No, it wasn't. Was that
4 hours ago?
14 hours ago? I don't think that's it. That's it. That one right there.
Oh, there's a ton of comments. I'm never gonna find it.
Yeah, probably never. Unless it's one of the beginning ones.
Here's my thing, man. We're waiting on you to
There you
join
go.
Cowboys Nation.
America's team straight through. So I mean, there are a lot of people that do believe the Cowboys are America's team. I get that. That's not for a debate.
Yeah.
Because that's hashtag always been the case.
Here's my thing, man.
Lance, good morning. Dan, good morning. Good to see you. Katie, thanks for jumping on here.
Yeah.
We're at the new Anthem location here at Point Ruston.
Here's my thing.
Do it.
I don't care. Don't.
And we're done with that topic.
No, I do. I don't want to be knowing it. Here's the thing. I don't care what he says. For a couple of different reasons.
Okay.
One, he's Earl Thomas. And, and we all know that Earl Thomas, the guy wore a crown and a king's cape for his wedding. No one has ever accused him of not being a little bit of a wild card and not being eccentric.
I did not know that.
And not being eccentric.
I did not know that.
He's a wild man, right? I mean, from day one, he's always said some random crap. And he's always just said whatever's popped to his brain.
Yeah.
How many times has he come back in the last 7 years or whatever of his career and been like, whoa, saw that the next day, my bad.
Did I really say that?
Yeah. And we're in the middle of negotiations right now. Like, he is going to say some weird stuff to make people think and that kind of stuff. He grew up with the Cowboys. He's also said in the last few months, like, he wants to end his career. Like 3 weeks ago, he said he wants to end his career himself. This is where he wants to be.
So what do you do with him? Do you sign him to an extension?
I do. I do every day of the week. Every day of the week. And this is why.
Okay.
He's the best safety in football. Bar none.
Okay.
He's the best safety in football. Jerry Jones had Rothbrook back then in the location player spot. So maybe he should go there.
No. Do they have crowns and capes?
Oh my gosh. No, but listen, he's the best safety in football. If you look at statistically when he's on the field, he's an absolute difference maker. A difference maker of what the team is when he's on the field compared to when he's off the field. You've already lost Richard Sherman.
Yeah, so you've lost the swagger.
Yeah. You've lost Cam Chancellor.
You've lost the enforcer.
Yeah. And now, the only thing that's really left of the LOV is Earl Thomas. And honestly, I think a guy like Earl Thomas makes your corners better. You can get by with corners that aren't the very best because of the range that he can cover.
Okay.
He's earned the money by being an all-pro and the best safety in football. That's the whole thing. He's earned it. And on top of it all, at the end of the day, contracts aren't guaranteed in football.
That's true.
So if you extend the 4 years or 3 years or whatever, and pay the man what he rates based on being the best, which is, dude, it's like anything in the world, right? If you're the best at what you do, I don't care what it is, an accountant or whatever, you can charge more, and people will pay it, and that's fair. That's capitalism, that's society we live in, right? But if in 2 years he's not, or at the end of this year or whatever, he's slowing down and ends up not being the guy, you can let him go, and no contract is guaranteed. So just sign it and let's roll.
So what's stopping them from signing him?
They're, which I think is stupid to do it now. And dude, you guys, you know me, the Seahawks and I have a tattoo, right? I mean, so, I really think they're just trying to set a precedent.
Yeah, I can see that. Where they've opened up the door the last couple of years with a couple other players. Good morning, Mary. Good to see you. Don't worry, we're getting off football here in like 30 seconds. Where they've set the precedent with Marshawn, with a couple other players, and maybe now they're just trying to say, you know what, hey, this is the way we're going to roll going forward. Yeah. Sorry.
I just don't know if Earl Thomas is the guy I don't know if I'm reading this. Pay us our money. I don't know if Earl Thomas is the guy to do it with.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you took care of Bennett with your left. You took care of Cam with your left. You took care of Marshawn with your left.
Yeah.
And I get that you don't want to do that. You took care of Wagner with your left. You took care of KJ Wright with your left. And yet you're going to make a statement with Earl Thomas?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. So anyway, that's just where I'm at.
It's a big distraction. That's all it is.
And he's crazy.
Well, that's true, too.
I don't care what he said yesterday. I'm over it. I don't care.
You were over it before he even wrote it. Good morning, Mindy. Good to see you. Okay, let's move on.
Just get on the field and hit somebody. All right.
So one thing, I ran across this article yesterday. This article right here. You guys reading it? That article right here. Who put the hair in Luke's coffee?
Thanks, John. I got a little worked up.
Just ran across this article yesterday. And you always run across these articles that talk about millennials.
You was talking about when I was reaching in my mouth, I kept going.
I just figured you had a nervous tick.
Got me.
It's like it's the first time you've been on Facebook Live or something.
I know. Hey, while we got John on here, real quick if I could, give a plug. He owns small independent clothing accessory company.
Okay.
That does like Native American style, Native American wear and stuff.
Okay.
It's really cool. It's called Native Anthro. Check it out.
Website, Facebook page?
Yeah, he's got a Facebook page. Native Anther. His website is nativeanther.com. So I'll put it on our page as well, and all that. Want to give him, and he's class of '98. He's a Mason Bulldog. So yeah, get out there, Native Anther, nativeanther.com. Check him out. He's got some really cool stuff, really cool deals. Support.
You know, who just jumped on here, Bob Wall.
Love Bobby.
Well, ask Bob how his football team's doing.
Who's Bobby like?
Well, his team is now in Los Angeles. Sorry, Bob.
St. Louis or the Chargers?
St. Louis.
Yeah. That's a bummer, man.
Yeah. I think his other team's in Arizona, if I remember correctly.
That's a bummer.
I'm sorry. I'm totally digging at Bob this morning because he made a Cougar joke.
You got it.
You made a Cougar joke. Yes, thank you. See, thank you.
All right.
Go Dogs. Oh, Bulldogs. God, woo. Sorry. I'm also wired a certain way, too. What do you mean go Dogs? Oh, that's right. I was a Bulldog. I was also a Husky, too.
What? Oh, Hawkins.
Hawkins Middle School.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brittany. Good to see you on here. All right.
I said Bethany Hamilton. I was like, dude, famous surfer?
How dare you? Yeah, enjoy your football season, Bob.
Wow.
Okay.
Bob ever needs a realtor. It ain't gonna be you.
No, it'll be you. It won't be me. All right, so I ran across this article here. Here's why millions of millennials are not homeowners.
Did you realize that you posted something on Tunnel Homes last night about this as if it had already happened?
No, it did not post. It tagged you and it tagged me, but it didn't post until later on today. See, you just gave away our trade secrets.
Sorry, it popped up and I was like, oh. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So, anyways, a couple of things that kind of struck me as interesting here. One of them is this home ownership, and baby boomers, 45% home ownership. Generation X, 45.4% home ownership. Millennials, 37%. So it's dropping, and they're asking, what are some of the questions? What are some of the reasons why? And the thing is, I don't have my iPad today. Drew! Good morning, Drew. Now, Drew, we all know Drew's a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Would love to give him a hard time. So here's some of the things that they came up with. The study came up with, the number one thing is they can't afford a down payment. So let's talk about that for a second. Okay, John David says, because the boomers still have all the jobs and the millennials are broke. You know what? Those are both true statements. Millennials have too much student loan debt. You know what?
What did the one guy say? Morning, Carly.
Yep.
What did the one guy say yesterday in the networking thing about millennials? They're sitting in a coffee shop.
Oh, yeah.
On their computer talking about how they're going to retire in 10 years and then they don't have a job.
Yep. And they
Sorry,
don't say
millennials.
No down payment.
Yeah,
that's the big key right there. I think number one is that they just don't have the money to save for a down payment. And, I think about my daughter. My daughter is in her final year at college. And I think to myself, she's not going to have as much student loan debt as me because she's actually worked for the school so she gets some of her college paid for. But I think to myself, like when she gets out of school, she's actually asked me this past weekend. She said, "Hey, Dad, do you think I could buy a house once I get out of college?" And I said, "It's possible, but you're gonna have to save at least 3.5%." Now, granted,
you can do like law bond or something.
Yeah, granted, you do have. Oh, that's an old one. That's an old train, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
That is cool.
Sorry, squirrel, train, whatever. Yeah. Millennials are still living with their parents playing video games.
Failure to launch.
Could be. Molly says
out of my mom's house. It's temporary.
Molly says too busy hipsters and protesting. There's that too.
You know what's funny is in the last year I've helped 3 people that are like 22 years old to buy a house. But take this for what it's worth. All 3 of them were tradesmen.
Hey Harper. Yeah.
All 3 of them were tradesmen. Like electrician, welder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a little bit more traditional.
Well, I think the thing is there's also this new philosophy, change of pace, whatever it is, where people don't want to settle down when they're young. And I could be wrong on this, but I mean, think about it. Where one of the things they talk about in the article is a lot of millennials are living in nice apartments because they've got
flats downtown kind of deal.
Yeah, like heck, even Point Ruston, I don't know if there's any rentals here. I know there's condos, but if you think about it, somebody who's a millennial might not have kids yet. They would much rather stay in a rental that's close to a development like this and pay extra instead of like what my parents did. My parents scraped together their down payment back in the early 80s.
Trades are coming back. Totally agree, Jeremiah. Sorry, go ahead.
Trades are coming back. Yep. Well, they're gonna. Yes, trades are just.
They're getting married later and having. Yeah.
Yep. That's what the article talks about too.
Yeah, they are having kids. John says it too. That's the thing. I mean,
I had a kid at 22, 21.
Crazy. So.
Thanks for your support.
Yeah. no, but I mean, literally, if you think about it, like our grandparents were having kids at 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, right?
Yeah.
Our parents, my parents were an anomaly. Like at 20, they had me at 28, I'm the oldest. Mm-hmm. But like their brothers and sisters were having kids in their early 20s. Statistically, millennials aren't having kids until they're in their mid-30s.
Yep.
And so, in their mind, right, what do they need a house for? It doesn't fit their lifestyle mode.
Right. And they can't be fluid. They can't just say, okay, you know what, in 6 months our lease is up, we can move somewhere else. If you buy a house, you're stuck.
Millennials have a slight fear of commitment. My wife would tell you I have a slight fear of commitment as well. But here I sit with 4 kids and a couple of houses.
We can't be sure we're keeping a job forever. You know what? There's that aspect of it, Katie, and there's also the aspect of where I think in my career, I've probably been like a millennial.
Yeah.
I've had many careers. In 20 years, I've had probably 5 or 6 different careers.
Yeah.
And that's different from my dad, because like...
I always try to angle it. Yeah, that's it.
Long-term investment property. Yeah.
Don't say the same job. Correct.
See, the thing is my dad didn't understand, hey, Dane was exercising and we were talking sports, so he figured he could miss us.
Yeah, and now he's back.
My old man...
We started talking about motocross or something.
Or photography. Yeah. See, my old man, he worked at the supply center in Bremerton for 30 plus years.
Sorry. Giving the ladies some love. My ladies, my daughter.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that.
Or someone calls my wife, so we're giving ladies love.
So back in 95, I had the opportunity to work in the shipyard. I got into the apprentice program, and I worked there for a year, and I left. Because I looked around at the guys that were over 40, over 50, and I'm like, I don't want to be that when I get 40 or 50 years old. So I quit, and my dad didn't understand. My dad's like, it's a good paying government job, why would you leave?
Because he was what a bachelor's was 20 years ago, you need a higher degree of education to compete for the same job at Boomer's had. Yeah, that's true. I've read a lot about that. It's absolutely true.
You know, that's a great point. Kaylee, my 10th grader Kaylee, who's thinking about going into musical teaching in school, she said, because I think she's going to do Running Start. She said, so I get to do 2 years of college, and then do I have to go get my master's? And I said, honey, by the time you're in college, you're probably going to have to.
Yeah.
Just add it to your repertoire of classes you're going to have to take. But I mean, that's the thing right now is you don't see on average a lot of millennials staying in one place, staying in one career field, doing the same thing. It's really the people that bunker down, buy that investment property, the people that you've worked with, the early 20-year-olds, those guys get it in the sense of because the real estate market always goes up. The real estate market will do this, but
historically over the last 100 years, every 10 years, you gain 50% or something.
And are you going to take that money? Are you going to put it to the bank and get a 1 or 2% return? Or are you going to invest it in that property and improve it over the years, and then turn around and potentially get 10% more?
So do we think, to go along with that, I'm curious, will millennials have a harder time retiring? Now, that's kind of tongue in cheek because I think about your dad retired.
My dad has a ton of trouble understanding the multiple job thing either. Yep.
My dad doesn't. He did a bunch of different jobs.
Molly says go into education. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder, is that like? So we have buddies that are in finance, right?
Yep.
Jacob Hall is who we go through and we love, and we try to hook him up with everybody about investing and stuff. And of course, you and I preach. investment property. It's the only true guarantee as far as making money in the long term.
Yeah, in the long term, yeah.
But I do run into those. Okay, millennials don't want to invest in property. Are they investing in other places, or what are they waiting on to?
I don't think they are.
To make their money.
I don't think they are. You guys tell us. Mary says you used to need a bachelor's for physical therapy. Now you need a doctorate.
Yeah.
You guys tell us, and especially a couple people on here that are in the mortgage industry. Are you seeing people invest in their retirement? Are you seeing them put money into their 401ks and things like that? I mean, I've had a conversation with my brother. I've had a conversation with Jacob. My brother is on the path. My brother is focused. Him and his wife, their family, they're focused. He wants to be retired before he's 50, which is glorious.
I've always said 55.
I wonder, since millennials don't spend much, do they have such young credit that it's hard to get a house? Megan Wentland, no. So that's the answer to my question. Are they saving for retirement?
Okay.
No.
Okay, so she's answering your question.
Yep.
John's asking, since don't spend much, do they have such a young credit? Yeah.
It's disturbing when I do a loan for someone with savings at $200. Oh!
Yeah, and that's John brings up a good point too. No credit.
Yeah. Well, Faith fits that millennial. She's in the millennial group. So, Faith, are you guys putting money into?
We have a couple of them in our
retirement?
Faith and Allah. Yeah, we have a couple in our office that are in that zone. Yeah.
And the thing is, I have some money in retirement, but I should have more.
Yeah.
And that's what frustrates me. That's why I'm talking with Jacob, because I know at this point in my life. Granted, I made a bad decision 10 years ago, and I blew my retirement fund. Yes, the government's thankful for the 25% fee, but the point is, I should have more in retirement at this point, and I don't. Yes, but also seeing far less of the investing. Also, people are more willing to liquidate their...
I'll tell you this,
That's what I did. I took the 25% penalty.
Well, Julian can speak to it.
Good morning, Lacey. Good to see you.
I don't... Maybe someone can correct me if you want, but...
Okay,
I'm down for the investment properties. I don't need a house at this point in my life. I travel. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah?
I hear you.
But see, he's down for the investment properties.
Yeah, exactly.
That's...
Joel,
good to see you on here, Joel.
I would liquidate a 401k for if it meant buying a property.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. And here's why.
Yeah?
Check this out.
Yep.
I have one...
My husband and I follow Dave's Ramsey stuff, and we have a ton of savings. Not
Here's the thing is that I have a 401k we have Rachel. We have a few different ones. So one of them has got like 40,000 in it, right?
Yep.
It's been there for like 10 years. It hasn't grown and hasn't done anything.
No.
It hasn't grown and hasn't done anything with the economy, right?
I have nieces in their 20s who feel like they should be in the same level of financial security as some. Mary, that's a great point too.
Sense of entitlement.
Let's talk about that in just a second. Go ahead and finish your story.
So I had a buddy like 6 years ago who was in a bad spot financially, out of a divorce, that kind of stuff. He couldn't get a loan just to buy a house.
Yeah.
But we could get him into owner contract on a place that he put 50% down. Market was at a low, right?
Yep.
He's like, I could take it out of my 401k, should I do it? Probably shouldn't have given him financial advice. But I just told him I would. If it was me, I would do it in a heartbeat. He took out like 80 or 90, put it down on the place that he bought for like 160, 170. And as a matter of fact, 6 months ago out of nowhere, he texted me and thanked me because he had his house appraised.
Yeah.
And when he bought for 160, it was now worth over $300,000. And so he's like, long run, this is the best decision I made.
Yeah. Katie says, I have basically no savings. I have no retirement. I do have a house now, but I'm not saving or putting anything away. And that's not an uncommon story, Katie. I think if you can just commit to putting $10 away every paycheck. I know that's minuscule, but it's a start.
Yeah.
Absolutely a start. Mic drop. Let's see. Roth IRAs, the way to go. You need a good financial advisor. Yeah. Now, Megan, Jillian, Dane, you guys can fill me in on this, and you probably know this too. But one of the things that Jacob told me was, I'm not going to get into the details of my finances, but Jacob basically slapped me upside the head and said, we're going to fix this. But he told me we need to get this into a different vehicle because you can borrow from this for your down payment and then pay it back. So you can borrow from your 401k and pay it back, penalty free.
Borrow against it for property.
Have you guys seen buyers do that?
We're having fun now. People wait their whole lives to go play. I'm doing all. buddy. I have a business. Just bought another house. I'm going to Hawaii in 3 weeks. So,
are you going on vacation again?
So listen,
mother.
That brings me to a good point. That brings me to a good point, though.
Yep, a lot of clients will borrow versus withdraw. Yes, cool.
That brings me to a good point, though. And I think Jeremiah actually may have hit the nail on the head, right? So he's saying, have fun now versus whatever. Spend it now. I get it.
Yes, but read the terms of withdrawal. Every 401k is different.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, amen. See, and Jeremiah gets it. But the thing is that I think some people think it's one or the other. You can either have the fun now and not invest it. But I think you can be smart in all that.
It's a no-brainer if you can borrow with no penalty. The return is way better. And Megan says, and keep in mind the borrow payment is included in their debt ratio. Personal business
is the way to go.
I fight out the 24. Everybody's trying to text really quick.
Let's do this. Jeremiah, where are you going? Oh yeah, you're going to Hawaii. I think
I try to do that. I'm paying things off. You know what, Katie? And that's been my 2018 is paying things off. Yeah, so I mean everybody's situation is different, but I mean the most important thing is get the information. Because how many times, and Megan and Jillian and Dane, I know you guys have heard this before, how many times have we heard, well, I just can't afford a house. I just can't buy a house. I don't qualify for a house.
And people just don't, I honestly think people don't pay enough attention, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
You can do all, I think. And I don't think
you just
people
gotta be
pay enough
strategic.
attention, like they're spending $1,600.
Sue, good morning, Sue.
$1,800 on a, or more in Seattle, over $3,000, renting a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom place.
Right.
Where they can be spending that same money, have their own place.
Yep.
Investing in the future and still doing the things they love to do. But yeah, yes, Luke doesn't have to be either or. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. And I just don't. Maybe it's education on that. I don't know.
Discipline to stop living beyond your means. Yeah, and you know what? And that brings us into that next point.
We all struggle with it. I struggle with it.
I do. And 2018's been me cleaning up my mess from 2017. But what this leads into is, and I don't want to throw millennials under the bus, so don't take this the wrong way, because I struggle with this.
Because he bothers.
Rory, we need to talk the market. Boy, you guys are on fire this morning.
Yeah, market.
New range, I'm seeing blah. Okay, educating people is half the battle. It's about the and have an easier time if you're wearing a Yankees. If you can afford $1,500 for oh my gosh, you guys are awesome this morning. For an apartment, you can buy a house.
Yeah.
There's also a YOLO attitude, spend it now because I will die young attitude.
All right, James Dean.
So would you say that's a bad idea to put all my savings into Bitcoin?
Mayonnaise jar, back of the yard bank, with a map that only you and your wife can get to.
And you know what? You can tell us where it's at too.
Yeah. Just in case something happens to you.
But I struggle with this, so I don't think it's just a millennial thing. I think it's also a Gen X thing. And that is, we want it now. And,
for a song. Morning, Eric.
Yes, and it's from Willy Wonka.
Yes.
I want it now.
Yes.
But here's the thing, and I've had this conversation with you before, is when we take a look at other agents across the country. I had a ton of people tell me I couldn't afford a house. Yes, you did, Katie.
$1,500 per house.
Yes,
We're
you
living
did.
under a bridge in Yelm. Dane, get out
No,
of King
you own
County.
the bridge in Yelm.
Clown. All right.
You and I have had this talk. Magruder's here. We've had this talk where I've seen other agents across the country, and I'm like, they're killing it. I want to do the things that they're doing. I want to help the community. I want to hold events. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then I have to stop and realize I've only been in the business for 4 years.
Yeah.
These people have been in the business at least 10 years. And I have to keep that in mind. And I think some millennials and some Gen Xers to that point, they have that mentality of I should have the $300,000 house right now.
Right now.
I deserve it because I graduated college. No, that's not quite how it works. And here's the other thing.
People don't want to put in their time, put in their dues.
Be smart. I mean, if you graduate from college, be smart and stick to your monthly payment. The other thing is, I'm sorry, I'm just all fired up now. Maybe it's the coffee. I don't know. Could be the coffee. Tim, good to see you, man. The thing is when people ask me, what do you think the market's going to do? Do you think the market's going to crash? Do you think the market's going to slow down? Do you think it's going to become a buyer's market? And I tell them, it doesn't matter if you can afford the monthly payment and you have a good loan. Because the people who made it through the crash last time were the people who had solid loans and monthly payments that they could afford. And so that's what we try and tell people when they're first-time home buyers, get into a house that you can afford the monthly payment. This is not going to be your forever house.
Nice point, Dan. Don't live above your means. Yeah.
exactly.
Which is tough for a lot of people, man.
Instant reward is what they expect. Yep.
Well, that's the thing with credit, right? I can't afford it.
Right.
But I could go put it on my credit card right now, and then...
That was me right out of high school.
Yeah.
Discover Card gave me 2 $1,000 credit limits.
Still paying those off.
and I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
I don't got to pay anything.
A good deal is a good deal. Fire. Yeah.
All right.
We're all fired up. I just look, man. And maybe it's also background that you come from.
Yeah.
You know what you grew up with. I don't know. I didn't come from much. You know, my dad worked hard. My mom.
Come on, Charlie.
All of them were. But I did learn to work hard, and and we do, and we bust our butt. Right?
Yep.
I saw that meme yesterday. It's funny. It said it showed Mad Men, and he's laughing and goes, 40 hours a week, huh? I remember my first part-time job.
Yes.
That's about it, right? That's about it. Then you got Dumb and Dumber. A job in this town. Unless you want to work 40 hours a week. Yeah. So, hey, I guess bottom line is, man, it's just, I don't know. I tell everyone, we're closing a deal today for one of them.
Yeah.
Joe and Summer are like 22 years old.
And this is not their forever home.
No.
They've told us that.
No.
We've looked at places that have fallen through that are down the road.
You hear it's great, Luke. You hold a special place in my heart, Dane. Yeah. Knows what it means to work hard. Absolutely, Tim.
Some of the great businesses in history came out of down economies. Yep.
Yeah.
See, and that's
what did we sat down with? We sat down with. I'm not going to even mention names. We sat down with a lender a while ago, and he's like, "I wish the economy would fall apart." Like he was like, "I wish it would happen tomorrow because I'm going to rake up what it means to do." Remember that?
Who was that?
I can tell you who it was.
Oh!
He was like, I am just. He's basically just on the sidelines, like, I want this economy to fall apart because I'm going to rake it.
Well, you know the thing is,
because if you made it through the last one and you learned some things and you start setting yourself up, and this economy falls in 5 years, you should rake it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But we're also being told, Katie says, but we're also being told that we should have all these things already. It's not just us thinking, we're being told that as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's what marketing is. Yeah.
Well,
you need to have the latest smartphone. You need to have the latest car. You need to have.
Just wanted to say hi. I have to go back to work. All right. Love you, Pam. Pam's getting married next month.
Woo! Pam! Woohoo!
Yay.
So I think we pretty much talked this. I think we did good on this topic. Anything else you guys want to talk about on this topic? I think it's a good topic. I think it's a good conversation.
I just don't want to take care of them.
You don't want to take care of them?
I mean, granted, I'll probably be dead, but people who don't work, don't invest, don't do anything, and then they turn 65.
Oh, now you want to get political, huh?
Social Security? No, I don't.
Poking the bear.
I know. But then everyone will get on here and be like, Luke has no heart.
Yes.
He doesn't want to help anybody.
You'll start seeing a bunch of hearts with cracks in them.
I spend my life helping people.
He's heartless.
All right.
All right, that's it. That's all. We'll post this article here. Well, he already let
soapbox.
Yeah. He already let the cat out of the bag. I've already set it up to post here in about, I don't know, 30 minutes, whenever it's going to post.
Cat out of the bag. The hell was that? You're watching too much Super Troopers, dude. Right meow? All right.
Right meow.
Let's move on.
The producers are losing it over there.
Producers do not approve.
No, I think they entirely approve.
Yeah, they do. Wow. You see what I have to deal with every day? This is what I deal with. Random animal noises in public places. We're so professional.
Oh my gosh.
So professional.
And we've just lost the audience.
All right. You guys should get to work.
Work?
True story.
I ain't worked a day in my life.
Says the guy sitting here watching us.
Yeah, it's very true.
What time is it? It's entirely possible. A little brekkie beer this morning? Yeah.
Well, they don't have the taps open yet. Never mind. No.
Too early?
Not yet.
Is it too early?
Never too early. Never too early.
No one told me. All right. What's next?
All right. So we'll go ahead and finish this up with a couple of things. Let's hear a feel-good story.
Irish coffee.
Irish coffee. I like where you're at, man.
It's my camping joint.
I want to hear a feel-good story.
Okay.
You know what? We haven't done this in about 2 weeks. I've been up since 2:30 and working since 3:30. You people are slackers. We are going to come
That's
up
on your own volition, man. Yeah. We're just going to drive through and like throw things at you. And, yeah.
I want to hear a feel-good story. I know that you've been working with at least 2 people right now that are some awesome stories to hear about what they've got going on. And I don't know if you want to share either one of those or share one from the past. Day drinking suckers, summer vacation.
Summer vacation. All right, you want to hear a feel-good story?
Yeah.
Which one should I? What are my 2 that I got going on right now? Well, obviously the one.
I think you should go with the one that we had a partner join us yesterday to be a part of that feel-good story.
A partner joins. Oh, okay.
That's the one.
Yep.
So if you guys haven't refilled your coffee cups, go do that because it's story time with Luke, and you guys are gonna love this story.
Could be here all day.
Don't
leave yet. Honestly, just listen to this real quick.
I am part of this story, and I still get a little emotional when I hear him. He shared it yesterday, and I was just like, "Don't cry. You're in front of a bunch of professionals. Don't cry." But it's a good story. So, all right, coffee cups are all filled up. Cats are outside.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
Producers.
Meow.
Great. Now the producers are involved. This is.
Mom's remodeling the master bath already. I believe it. I talked to your I talked to your mom last week, Molly, and she told me that Jan was babysitting Molly's dogs.
Yeah.
And Jan was like, I think it's 4 dogs altogether. Not Molly has 4 dogs, but I think she had 4 dogs out there altogether.
Yeah.
And Jan was like, I'm ready for Molly to come back. All right, feel good story.
All right, real quick. Tone Homes Northwest, feel good story. So I'll preface this by saying people ask us all the time. I mean, I know they ask me all the time, like why I got into real estate, right? And money. No.
Great.
And that's the feel good part. No, it's so. Here's the deal.
All right, sorry.
Here's the deal. For all of those out there, all of you people out there who call me heartless and say I don't care
calls you
about
heartless?
people. Oh God.
Who are those people? I'll fight them.
I just spoke to one of them on the phone a couple days ago.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Was a bit south of here, real south. Anyway. So anyway.
Don't say anymore.
But listen, honestly, when I got into this business, there was 2 things, right? It was obviously be able to take care of my family and all that kind of stuff. But what is there something I can do where I get to the human aspect of things? I get to interact with people. I get to hopefully make a difference.
Yep.
Right in someone's life. And so that was part of this because whereas a lot of you think like, gotta head out real quick, fellas. Good seeing you. Good show. And thanks for shout out.
Thanks for joining us,
Anytime, John. Our reunion.
Amy, good to see you this morning.
Our reunion's coming up, buddy.
Molly says
You better
rolling
be
around in
there.
money feels good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But here's the thing, man. A lot of people just think like real estate, like, oh, you're dealing with numbers or selling houses. It's very, professional, all that kind of stuff.
Thank you, guys. Do you guys want to book on the house?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, throw that down.
Holy smokes. You want to
is
say hi?
beautiful.
You're
Thanks.
live right now. She just hooked us up with a mocha.
We love Anthem.
He's really going to be jacked up
Yeah.
now. Woo!
Oh yeah. All right, so listen. Okay. Every now and again, a lot of deals are mundane. A lot of times we're dealing with, we've dealt with couples that are getting divorces that are, it's bad, it's difficult. We have a couple deals right now that are very stressful that are forcing me into a drinking habit. But then you have deals that come along. Yeah.
He's drinking water.
Spiked water. But then you have things that come along where you actually do get to make a difference. So we're not going to name drop here, but an old friend of mine from growing up, right, and he and I both know we didn't come from that much, but we reconnected on the book a couple years ago, and I started talking to him, hey, you should buy a house, and I don't know that he could really wrap his brain around the idea that he could buy a house.
Right.
And but boy meets girl, right? Boy marries girl. Girl has baby, and things start changing. And it was like 4 or 5 months ago, or like 4 months ago, after the birth of his son, flavored water, that he really kind of started to think about a better place for his baby and his wife, and then an apartment, small apartment living. And so I was excited about it. I really was. We got him approved with one of our lenders, and we got him. We just figured at that time he figured a condominium close to work was the best way to go. So we got him into a contract with a condominium. I guarantee this will get good. Tug on your heartstrings. And everything was going good, and we find out 3 days before closing, the Association for the Condominium had withheld a ton of information. And thankful to our lender over at Fairway, I'll blow her horn real quick, to Rachel, doing research, digging into it, we found out that they owed a lot of money to places that they weren't disclosing. And they were
the condo association owed, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
So what they were actually projecting as being $500,000 in the positive in reserves, they were actually a couple $100,000 in the negative.
That's not a good way to start a first-time home buyer.
No. And so, because a couple things can happen there. One, it's not warrantable for the lending company.
No.
Two, all of a sudden they could levy more money down on the owners, and someone could lose their place. They could not afford their mortgage.
Yeah.
And so we get him out of that. It's 1 month. He had just put in his 1 month notice for his apartment.
Right.
Which he tried to get out of, but it was too late. So we had 1 month. So we scrambled. He decided he was going to move further down south, closer to us.
Yep.
We got him into another condominium. It was a small. We thought this is better. It was like an 8-unit. We're like, everyone knows each other. It's got to be a little better.
Yeah.
The problem is you get into contract on these condominiums, and then you don't actually get their financial records till after.
Right.
So you're kind of blind on that. I was in Yellowstone. I was on my trip. Rory was handling things, and we found out a week before, again, that same thing. I speak. Rory deals with it. Rory's doing it. On top of it all, one day when they're at the house and they were leaving, their car broke down, the clutch went out.
Yeah.
Rory, being the awesome dude that he is, drives the missus and the baby boy all the way home.
Yep, back up to Kent.
Back up to Kent from Lakewood. And, our buddy gets his car home, AAA, clutches out, he has no car. And he's panicking. I mean, tears, right? He's upset and stressed. Where's he going to take his wife and kid?
And the thing is, this
We're
second
2 weeks
condo,
away from him having to be out of his apartment.
Yeah, and this condo, before we even find out that it's all going to go to hell in a handbasket, it's not a forever place. It's crap. We got to find a place.
Yeah.
We're going to be moved out here in a few minutes, in a couple of weeks. Let's just, this is going to be an investment property.
And so we did that, and we find out they don't even have a 2018 budget. They had nothing in place to build on success.
6 months into the year, and there's no 2018 budget.
So we had.
And what do they say to us? Just estimate what the 2017 budget.
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
Ballpark it. So, the crazy thing is so the lender, so Rachel gets him out of it, right?
Yeah.
And because it's not warrantable, and they try to we could find another lender that will do it for you. We're like, no, we're not putting him in this situation.
No.
Okay, it's not happening. So we're 2 weeks out from him having to be out of the apartment. Actually, we're like less than that.
Yeah, it was less than a week.
It was like a week.
Yep.
And he's packing, he's stressed. We find 5 houses to go. He's like, I'm done with condos. Let's go look at houses.
Yep.
So we go look at some houses. Well, and what happened is we agreed to meet after work. He's driving the car that he's borrowing down from Renton. And he calls me halfway down. He's a mess. He's on the side of the road. That car's on the fritz.
So we're down 2 cars.
Yeah,
we're down 2 condos.
I said to him, look, man, go home. Can you get the car home? He's like, yeah. I said, go home. Be with the wife, be with the kid. I got this.
Yep.
I went to the listings. There's 5 of them. Video walked through all of them. Loaded them up, sent them to him a couple hours later. We went through them in detail. And we picked one of them out. And a lot of it, he was going on his trust of me.
Yeah.
Because I was doing neighborhood review and all that kind of stuff. The house, adorable. Okay? Not huge, adorable.
What did you just say? House. You just said house.
House.
So the first 2 were condos.
Yeah, this is a house.
And now he's found him a house.
And it's great neighborhood for his wife and kid. Nice, beautiful backyard with a big tree in it. The whole bit. Place for his son to learn how to walk. The whole thing, right? So it's right at the edge of their budget.
Right.
So I called. Here's where it gets crazy. So I called the seller personally. It's not exactly what you always do, but I just called because her number was on there and just told her, hey, this is my name, so I think we're going to write an offer up. I just want to tell you, your house is beautiful. You meticulously maintained it. I really appreciate your time, all this. Buttered the bread a little bit. So we wrote the offer up. I called the listing agent on it. I wrote a love letter. It was like a page and a half, and I just told the story. And I said, please share this with the seller. I told their story, and at the end of it, I ended the whole thing. I said, look, I know that this is a financial decision. I do, and I don't know what your situation is right now and how much money you need, but I want you to please take into account the human aspect of this, because I got into this business to help people, and I think we have a genuine opportunity to make a big difference in someone's life. And I said, so I encourage you to think about that. I get a phone call about 2 hours later from the agent, fully expecting a reject call.
Yep.
And he said, I'm gonna tell you what, man, you're good. You're good. And so my English degree comes in.
Thanks, Mary.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary, we're going to talk to you soon.
Yeah, we do. We have a proposition. And he said, yours wasn't the highest offer on the table. That's for sure. He goes, you wrote it really well, but it wasn't the highest. But she read what you had to say, and she wants to be a part of the story. You get the house.
What was the highest offer?
I think it was 10,000 higher than what we had on the table. 10 or 15.
Think about that for a second, you guys.
Yeah.
You don't always have to have the highest offer. A lot of times you do, but you don't always have to have the highest offer.
There's other parts of it, and there's the human side of it. And this one particularly struck a chord. And it wasn't mine. I didn't offer the story. I just told the story.
Yeah, you just told the story, and then it's totally up to the seller to decide.
Yeah, and there's other things that we did along the way. Talking to her and just I think connecting with her helped and all that. But to take it a step further, it's a good buddy of mine. We grew up together. We hadn't seen each other in years, but talked to my wife, and she's like, he's coming to stay with us. So, now listen.
So I like it because Rachel basically told me.
I'm not running a halfway house, okay? Y'all aren't coming to stay with me.
We're all coming out to the Graham compound.
Yeah, I'm coming on out, man. Weaver Woods.
Do you have a shed in the back?
Got a barn. Stay there. Anyway, but listen. Extenuating circumstances, extreme circumstances call for extreme actions. We got him to our place. We got the wife and the kid out to his parents' place. Good, because I have a prop for you too.
Sweet.
Nice. And I happen to have an extra car. It needs a little work. It needs a little love. You've driven it.
Oh, yeah. I've driven it.
Yeah. Not because he needed to, because I needed him to transport it. But it's working. It's getting him back and forth to work. He has a place to stay. The wife gets a place to stay. They close on the 27th. The kicker is that in order to get this house, he has to have an inspection per the lending law on the type of loan that he's doing. He's already
there
paid.
like 4.5 hours ago. Where were you?
He's already paid. He's already paid for two inspections. He's not in a position where you keep paying for these inspections.
And inspections average about $400 each.
Yeah, and so he's already out the $800 on that. So I made a phone call yesterday. Here's a quick plug, and I'm going to say more about this as we go.
Yeah.
Our good buddy Michael Wickland, owner of Sterling Inspections, great guy, family guy. I called him yesterday. I said, Mike, he's already paid for 2 inspections, man. I can't ask him to do it anymore. And he said, we got it. We're absorbing the cost. We're taking care of it. And so now we have an inspection scheduled for Monday. Our buddy doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Sterling Inspections is absorbing cost on it and getting it done for him. And it wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
I didn't have to beat him up. I didn't have to be like, how many inspections do we do with you, Mike? I just said, hey, Steve, look him up. He's in your system. He's had to do 2 inspections now in the last couple months. We can't afford to keep
Michael,
doing
good
these.
to see you, man.
Yeah. And he goes, done.
He wants to be a part of the story.
Yeah, done.
And that is awesome.
Yeah.
Because Michael knows. Michael gets it. Take care of the people first.
And you know what? And Michael started out as a one-man operation.
Yeah.
And when I first started doing inspections 7, 8 years ago, it was just Michael and I. You know what I mean? Like hanging out at places. And now it's, he's got a whole force out there and doing well. And so he understands what it's like to bring things up. And, and it was just he's like, yeah, what's the address? Let's do this. And I really appreciate Sterling Inspections. I appreciate Michael.
Yep.
All that they do, not only for us, but for our buyers and in the community. So a big shout out to them. Look, end of the day, this is our feel-good story right now. End of the day, it's not always about money. It's about people. It's about human connections and human contact. And this deal from the beginning up until now has been all about that. There's been a lot of hands in it to make things happen for them. And in what's today? What's the date? The 12th? In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Our buddy, his wife, and the kid are going to walk into their new house with a new yard and start their story there.
And start creating a home.
Yeah.
Creating a home.
So it's been a pleasure to be a part of it.
And you know the thing is, him and his family, they seem like the kind of people that they can either make that their forever home, or they can do a little bit at a time to eventually, you know.
The great thing is, and he knows this now, it's right by JBLM.
Yep.
In a great community.
Yep.
And the first thing he asked me is, he goes, hey, in like 3 years, 2 years, or whatever, he goes, because they're going to grow their family and they'll need to upgrade. And he's like, this will be a great rental property for you, right? And I'm like, dude, this is going to be an income producer for you. It's going to put you into a new bracket that you didn't even know you could, be in before. And so not only have we changed them right now, their situation now, and gotten multiple people to come in and be a part of the story, but I'm thinking 3, 4, 5 years down the road, we're going to help put him in a position that I don't think he thought he could be in.
Right.
So.
Right. And that's
why we do what we do.
That's why, yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we've got more stories we can share over the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
There are the stories where it's a quick transaction and it's not so much of a heartfelt story, but of a, hey, you took care of a business transaction for us, we appreciate it. And then there are the other stories like this one where it's like someone needs our help in order to move forward. And sometimes in life, that's what people need. It's just that little bit of a help.
And I want to be the first to say that none of it on a lot of these stories is just because of, like we're not trying to blow our own horn here. The point I want people to realize is that it takes a village, right?
Yep.
It takes a community, and I think what Rory and I have been able to do in the last couple of years, more than anything, is be good judges of character. If I want to give us credit for something, be good judges of character, and surrounding ourselves with people who have a heart for people.
Yep.
And it's people like Michael Whitler and Sterling Inspections. It's people like Justin Conklin, our contractor we use. It's people like Jeremiah, Gunya, and everyone over at A-Advance, who are willing to jump in and remember what it's like to try to build something. And want to be a part of someone else's story, and so
and we gotta give a shout out to some of the lenders out there. I mean, obviously your wife, Megan, Jillian, Dane, Mandy. These are people that we want to align ourselves with because, dude, I get at least one phone call a week from a lender saying, "Hey, I really like what you and Luke are doing. I'd love to sit down and buy you coffee." Problem is, they don't contact us. They have their assistant contact us.
Yeah.
And to me, right there, that just stop. Just stop because you clearly are not a people person.
And those people to me, like
see, Dane will buy us coffee.
Dude, and here's Dane. Let's talk about Dane for a second.
Yeah, talk about Dane. Dane, pay attention.
I think we're in at a spot where we're pretty fortified, and we don't just let people in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have lenders that we use, and Dane has come into the picture in the last year. Come to my drive-thru and I'll give you a free coffee. That's what I'm talking about. On my way.
Yeah. Taking the show on the road.
Yeah. But
let's go, ladies.
But Dane came into the picture, and we'll level with Dane, right? Like Dane, we don't let people in. We get called by lenders all the time. We don't let in.
No.
But Dane came in, and Dane's our kind of people.
Yep.
And we love Dane, and that's the reason why Dane's in our circle now is because, not because of money, not because of business he can provide us, but we know what kind of a person he is, what kind of heart he is.
Yep, and on the flip side, Dane didn't have to choose us.
No.
Yet he saw what we were doing and said, you know what? I like what those guys are doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a chance.
The hearts. And now we're the high-fiving white guys and brown guys.
And that's not a racist thing. That's a skit from Almost Live back in the 90s.
Yeah. You're right. I didn't. Marissa did. Well, we owe her a coffee. Never mind. We're not doing anything for you. Forget it.
We'll just show up at your drive-thru and throw coffee in
back
there.
on the bike.
So, well, cool.
We gotta wrap this
I
up.
appreciate you sharing that,
I gotta
man.
get back to
All right, well, one final thing. I want to give you guys a heads up. Yes, Glenn too. Glenn too.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about Glenn. Glenn Leach stayed with Katie through thick and thin, and was able to get her into a place. Marisa, we were just giving you props. Dane was trying to throw you under the bus.
Yeah.
Julie.
So quick, you guys are good people. I'm sure myself are better people than me. We love you, buddy.
You just made that cut.
Let's get together, man. Let's get together here soon.
All right,
Get
one
you out of
final
the
thing.
drive-thru.
One final thing, and then we're all going to go on with our Thursday here. Peanut butter food drive. If you were around last year, you know that we did the peanut butter food drive, and we raised over 320 pounds of peanut butter. The peanut butter food drive is coming back starting August 1st. We are going to raise over 500 pounds of peanut butter. So, be prepared, get ready, we're coming after you, and we want to raise over 500 pounds of peanut butter for the Puyallup Food Bank. And if you're wondering why it's peanut butter, because peanut butter...
What did the elephant say to the naked guy? Go, Ferg.
Just nod and say yes, Maurice.
Okay, go ahead. Drop it on us, Ferg.
So the reason why we choose peanut butter is the food banks have a high need for peanut butter because it has a long shelf life and it's a great source of protein. So, first year we did it, we did 142 pounds. Second year, 320 pounds. This year, we're going over 500.
How do you breathe with that thing?
Thanks, Fergus.
Oh, Ferg.
And Fergus
My man.
just told us that we
gotta get Ferg on the show one of these days and talk about his photography.
Yep.
The guy's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So we're gonna keep on bugging you guys. Pay attention next couple weeks here.
Listen, break it down like this: every week, 700 or 800 people watch this show. At this point,
Yep.
we get kind of like if every one of you
Donated a jar.
one jar,
That's 1 pound.
We would shatter
Yeah.
500.
So
Think
be
about it.
prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
We're setting up drop stations all over the place. We're gonna be everywhere. You guys make my day mo better.
Mo better.
Love you, bro.
Love it.
All right, we're out. We gotta go.
Thanks you guys for joining us. Ladies, say goodbye.
Producers.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, where's Brian? Where's Brian?
He's gone.
Did he take off?
Who's outside still? Oh, they're outside doing stuff.
Is he outside?
Yeah, they're in fun stuff. We'll get him next time. We gotta go. Be good to each other.
Wait. Is Brian?
Oh, I gotta
Oh,
go.
there he is.
Brian or not.
Brian's right there.
Oh,
He's talking to Veronica. I know Veronica.
we'll get him on, dude. All right.
All right. Yep. I don't think we're gonna get him on here.
We'll get him on another time.
All right.
I'd love to.
Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Be good, and we will see you next week. Go kids.
Peace.
Oh wait, let's try that.